Do you know why everybody has a hard time getting into fighting games? It's because you want to play them, you want to start the game, but you see so many moves, so many different special moves, all those cancel, all those mechanics, it kind of overwhelms you. In other single player games, you can start the game with bare amount of moves and start getting more new moves and more new abilities as you play along the game and gaining more XPs until the end of the game. But in the fighting games, it's like you start the game with your character as what it is at the end of the experience. So you have everything at the start. New fighting games try to make good tutorial modes to give you all the things you need to know to get better at the game. But the big problem is that you spend too much time playing tutorial modes and then watching hours of guides on YouTube, reading articles on websites, and then you think, well, after all of these hours, I should be decent at the game. I can go play online, do some combos, have a little fun. But you play online, you forget everything you already read, already saw, forget all of it. And then just keep spamming special moves and super moves, and just mashing the buttons, and just have a really bad time. You play against aggressive players, they spam moves, you don't know what to do, and you just get frustrated, throw away the game, and just call fighting games unnecessarily hard. I want to give you a simple way to turn those tutorials into an ideal learning sections. First thing you need to know is that you should stop consuming informations. Stop trying to finish tutorial mode in one playthrough, watching hours of guides on YouTube, reading articles, trying to learn frame data and all of this. By doing all these things, you're not learning anything. You're just wasting your time and tiring your brain and forgetting the most basic things. If you just want to be decent at the game, you shouldn't need to go anywhere outside of the game. All those sources, guides, and frame data are for people who are already competent at the game. If you're just starting, pick a game that has a good tutorial, which is basically any ArcSys games after BlazBlue. Games like BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, Central Fiction, Melty Blood, and especially Guilty Gear Strive. I mentioned those games because they all have rollback netcodes, so you can learn those games and play with others online. So now you can pick any of those games. I just use Strive for example here. Now go to tutorial mode. Most of these are divided into beginner and easy lessons to more professional and complex harder lessons. For a starter, you only focus on beginner and don't bother with the rest of them for now. And don't try to just finish it. Read everything patiently and try to understand its concepts as easy as it looks. Play through it, maybe twice, and then go to arcade mode, pick anyone you like, it doesn't matter that much. I suggest, if you have no idea, just use the game's main character, or the guy that is in the game's cover. Usually when you go to character select, they're the one that is already showing. And most of the times, they're the all-rounder characters that are great for starting. Remember, you're not going to learn anything by playing against CPU. This is just for you to practice what you learn in tutorial. A very important note when you're doing this. Do not use anything that you haven't learned in tutorial. If you just finished beginner, you shouldn't use Roman cancel, special cancel, air dash, and etc. The reason is, like I already told you, you should not overwhelm yourself with moves and informations. Handicap yourself and think like you're at the start of the game and still haven't unlocked those other abilities. Now, as I said, just try to get better feeling of the game and controls. Play around with what you already learned in tutorial and see how does it feel in action. Make challenge for yourselves. Like for this match, I'm gonna only use a slash. For another match, I only use one of the special moves. Give yourselves time to adapt into game's movement and controls. Sometimes, just try to block and see how many different moves opponents can use, and how and when you should block and what can you do after blocking. Try all this sort of things. Have fun beating the hell out of these stupid AIs. If you feel you understand every moves and abilities until now, you can go for the next harder, more complex tutorial sections. And repeat this process again until you finish the whole tutorial. Now I highly suggest don't rush it at all and try learn each section one day at a time. This way you give your brain time to process all these informations slowly and you will memorize, learn and remember them better and quickly. It's for you to get a better hang of the game's feels and controls. If you really want to test yourselves, you should play against other players online or offline. Playing against CPU doesn't give you a real feel of the challenge. It's just to warm you up. My main goal here is to give you a better way to efficiently learn the game and enjoy it without feeling frustration or getting bored while watching tutorial after tutorial. That's why I suggest do one section per day and finish the whole section within a few days, but don't rush it at all. This learning section is one of the best part of starting a fighting game, so enjoy it. You can go and play some online matches between this learning curve to test yourself, but it's fine if you wait until you finish the whole mission mode. Now after you understood the whole concept of the game and its system and mechanics, it's time for you to learn your character's combos, so you can get the most out of any successful hit. This part is when you can go to trial modes or combo mode in Strike. If your game doesn't have that, you can just go watch YouTube videos. If you want to play games like Street Fighter or KOF, first thing you need to learn about those games' combo system is how to use links. I already made a video that explains what are links and how to use them. You can click right here to see it. My main videos on this channel is flashing and stylish combo videos for fighting games that I like. You can click right here to see the playlist. Thank you for watching and keep fighting.